How did two Hollywood actors with zero distilling experience build a billion-dollar tequila empire in just 7 years? Casamigos sold to Diageo for $1 billion, became America's fastest-growing premium tequila, and commands $50 plus per bottle in restaurants worldwide. But what millions of consumers don't realize is they are not tasting aged agave. They are tasting legal additives like glycerin and artificial vanilla that mimic traditional maturation, all by exploiting Food and Drug Administration loopholes that let them call industrial shortcuts smooth craftsmanship. But to understand how George Clooney and Randa Gerber rewrote the rules of premium spirits, we need to start at the beginning. The year is 2013. Craft spirits are exploding across America, with consumers increasingly demanding authenticity over mass production. The premium tequila market is dominated by traditional Mexican brands with centuries of heritage, names like Don Julio and Herradura, that have perfected their craft over generations. Celebrity alcohol brands at this point were mostly failures. Most stars who ventured into spirits lost millions of dollars and credibility. The tequila category was experiencing unprecedented growth, but this growth was built on traditional production methods that honored the spirit's Mexican roots. In Los Angeles, two Hollywood A-listers are frustrated with existing tequila options during their regular nights out. George Clooney, despite his charm and business success with Nespresso, has zero experience in spirits production or distribution. His friend Randa Gerber runs successful nightlife venues but has never created a consumer product from scratch. Both are facing the stark reality that celebrity endorsements rarely translate to billion-dollar exits in the spirits world. Clooney's first thought was simple. Why does every premium tequila burn going down when we just want something smooth for casual drinking? Gerber followed with a second insight. What if we could create a tequila that tastes like dessert instead of medicine? Their final conclusion would become the foundation of their empire. We do not need to make traditional tequila. We need to make tequila that Americans actually want to drink. But they faced significant challenges. Traditional tequila production requires years of aging and expensive Tahona stones. Time and money they did not want to invest. Authentic agave flavor has a natural bite that most American consumers find harsh and unpalatable. The premium tequila market was controlled by established Mexican distilleries with generations of expertise. However, what happens next reveals just how far two actors were willing to go to bypass centuries of tradition. Their strategy was brilliantly simple. First, they partnered with an industrial distillery in Jalisco that used modern diffusers instead of traditional stone ovens, faster and cheaper, but producing a completely different flavor profile. Second, they legally added ubicantes like glycerin for smoothness and vanilla extract for sweetness, creating an artificial premium taste that masked the natural agave character. Third, they positioned these industrial shortcuts as innovation rather than cost-cutting. Smooth enough to drink neat became their marketing mantra. The genius was making mass production methods sound like artisanal craftsmanship. Mexican tequila regulations allow up to 1% additives without disclosure on the label. That meant producers could add glycerin, vanilla, caramel coloring, and oak extract while still labeling the product as 100% agave tequila. American consumers had no idea they were drinking chemically enhanced spirits designed to mask agave's natural characteristics. The FDA loophole let them create candy-flavored alcohol while charging premium prices for what they marketed as authentic Mexican tequila. The marketing lesson was crystal clear. When you cannot compete on heritage, compete on accessibility. Marketing expert Tom Fishburne says the best marketing does not feel like marketing. Casamigos made tequila approachable for wine and vodka drinkers who found traditional agave too intense. They turned a lack of tradition into a selling point. Their message, made for people who actually drink it, became the rallying cry. The result was a tequila that tasted like vanilla cake instead of agave, priced like premium spirits, but produced like mass-market alcohol. Within 18 months, they were selling 1,000 cases a month without any traditional advertising, relying on Clooney's celebrity and a compelling origin story. But creating smooth-tasting tequila was only the beginning. Now they had to convince the world it was premium. Their secret weapon was not the liquid, it was their faces, and the story they told about accidental success. The second key marketing lesson is that celebrity credibility transfers faster than product quality. As Simon Sinek famously said, people do not buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Clooney and Gerber positioned themselves as accidental entrepreneurs who stumbled into creating the perfect tequila for friends. The narrative became that they made this for themselves, not for profit, the ultimate authenticity signal in a market saturated with corporate brands. Their implementation strategy was methodical. Step 1. Launch with the story that they consumed 700 bottles annually among their friend group, creating instant social proof that the product was genuinely enjoyable. Step 2. Leverage Clooney's undeniable charm in every interview to tell the house tequila origin story, making it feel exclusive and personal rather than mass-produced. Step 3. Price it at $45 to $55 retail to signal premium quality while using industrial production to maintain massive profit margins. Step 4. Focus distribution on high-end restaurants and bars where Clooney's celebrity status would influence purchasing decisions. This strategy proved absolutely lethal for competitors because traditional tequila brands could not compete on celebrity power or accessibility. Established distillers were trapped by their own heritage. They could not abandon traditional methods without losing authenticity. Casamigos occupied a new category entirely, premium tequila for people who do not like tequila. Here is an interesting stat. The average tequila drinker takes 3 to 5 years to develop a palate for agave's natural bite. Casamigos eliminated that learning curve entirely through additives, creating instant gratification for new consumers. Restaurant markup on Casamigos averaged 400%, and bartenders loved recommending it because customers never complained about harshness. Within just 3 years, Casamigos went from 1,000 cases in 2014 to 120,000 cases in 2016. A staggering 12,000% increase. They captured 2% of the entire United States tequila market without owning a single traditional production facility, a feat unheard of in an industry built on heritage and craftsmanship. Their third crucial marketing lesson was equally powerful. When you cannot build heritage, manufacture scarcity. As Naval Ravikant observes, scarcity is the ultimate source of value. Casamigos created artificial scarcity through small batch marketing while secretly planning for mass distribution from day one. They doubled down on the accidental success narrative while quietly scaling production to meet growing demand. They maintained the illusion of artisanal production while using industrial methods that could produce millions of bottles annually. Every interview reinforced the friends sharing tequila story, even as they hired professional marketing teams and distribution networks. The contradiction was perfect: mass market accessibility disguised as exclusive craftsmanship. While traditional brands like Herradura and El Tesoro spent decades perfecting agave cultivation and traditional production methods, Casamigos spent their energy perfecting the story and optimizing for American taste preferences through chemistry. Established brands were selling tequila to tequila drinkers. Casamigos was selling lifestyle to lifestyle consumers who cared more about social signaling than authentic flavor profiles. By 2017, Casamigos was selling 170,000 cases annually and had become the fastest-growing premium tequila in America. They achieved in 4 years what traditional brands took decades to build, but through completely different methods that prioritized marketing over craftsmanship. But just as Casamigos was reaching its peak, something unexpected happened that threatened to expose the entire operation. Tequila purists and traditional distillers began questioning how two actors could create premium tequila so quickly. Industry insiders started noticing that Casamigos tasted nothing like traditional 100% agave tequila. It was too sweet, too smooth, too vanilla-forward. The Mexican Tequila Regulatory Council faced pressure to investigate additive use in premium brands that were masquerading as traditional products. Their fourth marketing lesson proved crucial at this juncture: turn criticism into validation. As Vince Lombardi said, the best defense is a good offense. Instead of defending their production methods, Clooney and Gerber doubled down on consumer preference. They positioned traditional tequila as too harsh for modern palates, and Casamigos as the evolution of the category, effectively saying that anyone who preferred traditional tequila was stuck in the past. In 2017, Casamigos saw an opportunity worth exactly $1 billion. What if they could sell the brand at peak valuation before consumers discovered the truth about additives? Diageo, the world's largest spirits company, was desperately seeking celebrity brands and premium tequila market share to bolster its portfolio. There was just one problem. Diageo's due diligence would reveal the industrial production methods and additive use that contradicted the artisanal marketing. Traditional spirits acquisitions focus on production assets, heritage, and liquid quality, none of which Casamigos actually possessed in the traditional sense. But Casamigos did not see a problem. They saw the ultimate validation of their strategy. They positioned the sale not as cashing out, but as reluctantly accepting an offer too good to refuse for their accidental success. The fifth marketing lesson became clear. Perception becomes reality when enough people believe it. As Alfred Korzybski famously noted, the map is not the territory. Diageo was not buying a tequila company. They were buying George Clooney's credibility and the lifestyle brand he had created. The billion-dollar valuation proved that celebrity marketing could completely override product authenticity in the minds of both consumers and industry giants. So Casamigos created the perfect exit strategy. They sold the brand based on growth metrics and celebrity value before the market matured enough to question production methods. The genius was timing. They sold at the exact moment when celebrity spirits were hot, but before consumers became educated about tequila production. Diageo paid for projected growth based on American market expansion, not Mexican production heritage. Here is the real genius. Most consumers still do not know they are drinking tequila with additives while it is marketed as 100% agave. The vanilla cake flavor profile became so popular that traditional distillers started adding similar additives to compete. Casamigos did not just fool consumers, they changed the entire category's definition of premium. Over the next year after the sale, Casamigos generated over $200 million in revenue for Diageo while maintaining the exact same production methods. The brand that started as house tequila for friends became a mass-market product available in over 50 countries. Eventually, tequila experts and traditional distillers began speaking out. The Tequila Matchmaker app started rating additives and transparency, exposing brands that used artificial enhancement. Mexican tequila producers filed complaints about brands that misrepresented traditional production methods. Consumer education groups began teaching people how to identify tequila enhanced with additives versus traditional agave spirits. Traditional distillers faced a choice: maintain authenticity and lose market share, or add sweeteners to compete with the Casamigos effect. Many heritage brands reluctantly began producing smooth expressions with additives to capture American consumers trained on candy-flavored tequila. The entire premium tequila category shifted toward accessibility over authenticity. Mexico's Tequila Regulatory Council faced pressure to require additive disclosure on labels. Today, Casamigos continues to use the same production methods and additive enhancement while marketing itself as premium 100% agave tequila. Diageo has expanded the brand globally, generating hundreds of millions in annual revenue. George Clooney and Randa Gerber remain the faces of the brand despite selling their ownership stake. Here's the final lesson Casamigos teaches us. They didn't sell tequila, they sold the feeling of effortless sophistication, Hollywood glamour, and accessible luxury. Two actors with zero distilling experience created a billion-dollar brand by understanding that American consumers wanted tequila that tasted like dessert, not agave. They turned industrial shortcuts into premium positioning and celebrity credibility into product quality. The liquid was secondary to the lifestyle they were selling. From 0 cases in 2013 to 170,000 cases in 2017. From Hollywood side project to $1 billion Diageo acquisition in just 4 years. They achieved what traditional distillers spend generations building, but through marketing mastery rather than production expertise. They didn't change what tequila could be, they changed what Americans believe tequila should taste like. In doing so, they forced an entire industry to choose between tradition and market share. Because in spirits marketing, heritage doesn't matter. Celebrity does. Authenticity doesn't matter. Accessibility does. And tradition doesn't matter. Taste preference does. Now, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button And if you want to understand how celebrity marketing can override product authenticity in any industry, check out our free guide in the link down below. And I'll leave you with this quote: "The consumer isn't a moron, she is your wife. You insult her intelligence if you assume that a mere slogan and a few vapid adjectives will persuade her to buy anything." David Ogilvy. Except Casamigos proved that sometimes the right celebrity with the right story can persuade anyone to buy anything.